please rise. At this time, I'd like to call on Commissioner Gonzalez for the invocation.
Let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you have given us and any blessings in it. We ask that you forgive us our many sins, dear Lord. We ask that you be with us today as you are every day and help us through this budget time, dear Lord, that we will be able to make the right decisions. We ask that you be with all of our military, dear Lord, and watch over them, protect them, as well as our police and deputies. All this rest in Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Tell Tony the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the Texas pledge, please.
I honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
I'd like to take seats, please. We do have a presentation this morning. I'd like to ask Judge Little and James Hughes to come forward, please. Morning.
Good morning.
Come on around this way. Thanks. It's my pleasure, along with the Commissioner's Court, Judge Little, to present you for 15 years of service to Wichita County. Congratulations on reaching your milestone and service anniversary. Through your hard work, dedication, and loyalty, Wichita County is able to provide quality service to the citizens of Wichita County. In honor of your service, we are pleased to offer you a choice of anniversary awards. Please accept your gift as an expression of the gratitude of the contributions you have made to the everyday operation of Wichita County. On behalf of the Commissioner's Court, we commend you for your service and wish you every success as you continue. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And here's a tangible part of that.
Great. Thank you.
Anything you'd like to say?
No, I just appreciate the Commissioner's Court and the judge, and thank you for the award, and glad to be working for Judge Little in Wichita County. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, if I could ask the court to take action on the consent agenda.
Judge, I make a motion we approve the consent agenda as posted.
Second.
That's about the shortest consent agenda I've ever called.
When are you going to do that wrap, Judge? It says here you're going to, oh, that's something else, never mind.
Yeah. You'd be real disappointed.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't imagine a hammer would ever call me and ask me to do it. You know what I mean? All right. We have a motion by Commissioner Waller, a second by Commissioner Gonzalez to approve the consent agenda. Any comments or questions? Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 1 on general business, review and approve the emergency and regular bills.
And
So moved, Judge.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Harvey, second by Commissioner Waller to approve the bill as presented. Any comments or questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item 2 is discuss, consider, take action on the construction of the civil division offices of the criminal district attorney, with costs to be paid from the permanent improvement fund with appropriate lines as determined by the county auditor. This is just put on there so we can establish a project number and start accounting for the architect's time and all. They have looked at it, reviewed some of the requests, and now they're going to see what they can draw and put together, go over it with the fire marshal, be sure we're not crossing something. The fire marshal made a tentative review of it, felt like we could do what we were asking. There's a couple other considerations we've got to look at as we change up that, the break room. We're going to have to look closely. We do have to provide an area for breastfeeding mothers to have some privacy, so we'll have to consider that, just how we make that happen. And, but
It doesn't necessarily have to be in our break room, though.
no, it doesn't, but there needs to be a appropriate room, with at least chairs or something, so we can look at it. But that had been where that, I don't know of anyone having used it, but.
Does it have to be 100% private? I mean, locking door and no one can get in except that mom?
I don't know the exact standards on that.
Ted Gregg's got the specs, and he's sending them to me. I haven't seen them yet, but he's got the latest
Yeah.
ruling on that. But we'll look at those later today and see what the requirements are. I think there are actually some new guidelines that have just come down, so we'll look at that and make a determination.
Okay. Can I have a motion then?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Watts, second by Commissioner Muller to approve the item. Any comments or questions?
Well, Judge, I'd just like to say that we met with Matt and Glenda just to get an overview of what the project entails, discussed possibilities of where those doors come to, possibilities of what modifications could be made to the break room area and relocating. And so he had good overfeel. He wanted to go ahead and start roughing in some numbers and then visit with Bobby Teague at the city as well and just see what his thoughts were going to be. And so he was going to bring us something back, not this week, but next week.
All right, very good.
We got the initial okay, I think, on the safety, but the final sketch will determine that as to fire escapes and things like that.
Okay.
Judge Fudge just wanted to make sure they didn't get new carpet.
It's an orange roll. If he wants us to or you put that in his way. All right. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried 5-0. Item 3 is discuss or take action to accept a quote from Texoma Heating and Air Conditioning in the amount of $14,609 for furnishing and installing 2 5-ton air conditioning packages units in the Precinct 2 barn to make an acceptable voting location, with costs to be paid from the Permanent Improvement Fund or as otherwise determined. Commissioner Harvey.
So moved, Judge.
Would this come out of Permanent Improvement Fund?
There was some talk about maybe it'd come out of something to do with the voters' money. No?
No, you couldn't use Chapter 19 funds for that. No. And it would be, since it's not the precinct, it would probably come out of, they don't need it for it.
I'll second that, Judge. It's probably better than the alternate plan we had of putting that old unit in that was going to create nearly as much expense, wasn't it, Lee, to install it as it was going to be worth, actually more. I think this is a better
And the
plan.
unit we don't know anything about, at least we'll have some
These will be new
warranty on
units,
it.
right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Any other comments or questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item 4 is discuss the consider take action quote from Texoma Heating and Air in the amount of $11,868.75, replacing unit for the solitary cells to be paid by transfer from 100-409-4902 general fund contingencies to the appropriate line as determined by the county auditor.
Judge, this air conditioning unit is undersized. Also, the ductwork is dumping into a pipe alley. We're going to redirect that. We feel like that changing that ductwork from where it's located now and moving it about 12 feet, and the SEER rating on this unit here, that we can greatly improve the solitary I mean, it's hot over there, so hot you sweat walking down the hall, so we're definitely need to get it in compliance.
And that,
Does that cover everything?
Does.
Ductwork?
Yes.
Okay.
This is at the annex, correct?
Yes.
But like, why do those guys have those vents covered up there in Solitary? Why do they cover them up and put paper mache over them? Is it because it's too cold?
I'm not sure.
I haven't, where we're talking about, Sheriff, you tell him how hot it is over where we're talking about?
It's stays hot back there.
Yeah, that's not cold back there at all.
Airflow is just doesn't work.
What is that when we see them clog those vents due to, are they wanting to shut off the air blowing on them somehow?
Partially, they won't shut it off, they just, because there's nothing else to do. It's water anyway.
Now, will this take care of that loud noise that's over?
Oh,
No,
no.
No.
That's the handling unit.
that's the air handler over there. Well, there's 6 air handlers over there, and you can't hear any of them but that one. And they've worked on it. They've changed bearings on it. They've greased it.
We've even just.
You can't hardly talk.
We've even talked about putting drop ceilings in there before, I know we discussed that. It's, the sound levels are high enough, but they're just barely, we believe, past OSHA okay for working conditions.
That's just that one air handler making all that noise.
Right.
I mean, it's loud.
It's really not safe to have noise out there, but, what can we do? Because you can't hear, we have 2 people working back there all the time. At one time, we had 1 person back there working, and whenever they're back there working, they're busy, you can hear somebody banging on things, not inmates would do, and that's how we had to escape in 2010, was the guy would bang a little bit, stop, bang a little bit more, and then bang a little bit more, and he's the one that escaped the back section of the back of the cell. And he got out. Had some serious injury after that.
But yes, this should dramatically change the air quality in there.
Did you make that as a motion?
Oh, so moved, Judge.
I'll second that.
okay, motion by Commissioner Harvey, second by Commissioner Gonzalez for the item as stated. Any other comments? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 5, discuss and take action to move Wichita County stray animal program to the Wichita County Humane Society and to authorize county judge to sign agreement for care of strays. Commissioner Harvey.
I'd like to add something to that and adopt a fee schedule.
We've already adopted the fee schedule.
We already did that in court?
I thought we did.
I think we discussed it. I don't think we actually.
Okay. If we adopted twice, it won't kill us. It's not been adopted. It's not good.
Do we charge twice if we do that?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Is that the one we had in the work session, Judge? I don't
Yeah.
have my
Yes, sir, it
fee
is.
schedule with me. But it's the one we discussed Friday, I think.
Yes,
wasn't
it is.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. I think that's how it should be worded.
Okay.
All right, what else do you want to know about it?
On July 18th, it was to implement Wichita County stray fee schedule for reimbursement of stray costs. That was done July 18th.
We voted on
Did
it?
do it. Okay.
Now, and those are what we're going to bill people?
Yes.
Or what
Yes.
we're going to be billed?
No, that's what we're
What
going to bill
bill
people.
The only thing in the contract we'll be billed for is food,
Gathering and transportation.
gathering and transportation, and any veterinary services authorized by the sheriff or his representative.
But I mean, what are we going to be billed?
Well, we're going to continue to pay for our feed. We're going to continue to hire the cowboy to go out load the animals.
That's my question. If the cowboy goes out and charges you $250.
Well, he charges what we agree to up front. I mean, it's all in that fee schedule.
Well,
And-
that's my
and-
question on the fee schedule. Is that from the cowboy to us, or is that from us to the person?
Both.
So
It'd be both.
if we're charging $100 and we're paying $100, we losing money on that, a program, is my
Randy?
point.
This comes out of, it's gotta be a reasonable fee, so we're just trying to recoup our money, not trying to make money.
Well, but you've got cost of handling.
You're gonna have to
That's what-
charge more than
Yeah,
your,
we're gonna be out there just as a patrol call, that's gonna be basically our handling cost of it. And we're gonna.
You have the accounting cost also.
And we got a $25 fee added at the bottom of it for sheriff's office. I believe that's on there,
It is.
it's on there.
thing of it is, you're only gonna collect on a very
We're not
small,
even gonna collect on them anyway, I mean.
You're-
we're
very
gonna
small
pay the dog
percentage.
For $100 in a trailer, we're gonna pay the cowboy $100 to come out and get it, we're gonna have $200 in that donkey, plus feed bill in that donkey for 18 days before we can sell it, and that donkey's gonna bring free when we send it down to the donkey rescue in Decatur, because nobody will buy it. I mean, that's a sad thing to say, but that's what we've been having.
collection rate's gonna be a very small percentage of
Yes,
the amount you take.
Unless you got about 15 molly-faced heifers that got out.
And I'll pick those up
Yeah.
You'll
myself,
pick it.
yeah.
We'll
That's
come
gonna be
get
the
those.
one we get paid back.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
it's-
the only.
You'll find a home for them,
So much bulls, but it gets out, that's.
Yeah.
that's.
So basically, we're doing the same thing we're doing today, except we're cutting our costs by sharing services with the Humane Society.
And if we do have to sell them like the cattle, we get all that cost back. A person can probably get it, anything above our expenses. If we have to sell maybe a $100 horse or cattle. The
Yeah.
rest of it, you gotta try to find some way to go with it. And I think on the adoption fee, we had selling Renee Bates.
Yeah, we want to change
We
that.
want to change that to go back to under 142 of the agriculture code, dispose of it after that 18 days. The best way is whether it be selling it on location, adopting it back out like we do.
We want to change that verbiage, Randy, to dispose of the animal according to the law. That's
According
what,
to 142. of
according to the law.
agriculture code. And it tells us several ways we can dispose of
Do we need to give notice to our current vendor?
yes.
Is there
I would say yes.
I'm sure there is. I didn't realize that this was on the agenda today. I would be glad to look at the report, but I'll have to go back and look at the agreement and see what notice is required.
do we need to table action for a,
No.
No.
We can adopt this today, we'll follow the schedule for notice, and then we'll take that transition. There's gonna have to be, it's been a long while that we talked to the Humane Society. We probably need, and it was mentioned the other day, that we might have to go out there with the jail work crew and do some things to make sure it's all ready to go.
There's a few repairs out there that probably, but it's able to hold animals right now. I mean, it's there,
Okay.
and we've got a little bit of equipment that we can actually carry out there trials, hay buggies, things like that. And we missed out on about a 300 bale of hay donation because we didn't have the animals out there the other day.
Hmm.
That would have been stacked there for our animals, basically.
That was another advantage of moving over to the Humane Society, is that there are people who will donate food.
Where is that facility, Randy?
It's, the Humane
On Isle
Society is
Park
on
Road.
Isle
Park Road, okay.
What they're giving us is a backside where they used to keep the horses and stuff because they don't really do anything with the horses and stuff.
I knew about that location, I thought they might have a different
No,
one,
it's
but it's
back
that
there
same
where they
deal,
used to keep the
okay.
big livestock and everything. And they got a vet on location, which is a good thing for us on Fridays. A
Absolutely.
lot cheaper if we have to draw blood for Coggins test or something, we have to sell them, we gotta do that. And that vet's on location, you don't have a $100 hauling fee, another $50 blood draw fee, and then paperwork fee on top of that. So the vet's there. We have down there.
Yeah, actually, your fee schedule is pretty much a token because there's a reason why those animals are stray.
That's it.
That's the whole deal.
Matter of fact, we sold a bull here the other day that we knew the owner, he didn't come collect it. Going to sale.
Where does the money go after we sell the animal?
To a fund that owner can come and recuperate anything above the cost of the sale of the housing of that animal. I don't know what is it a jury fee that goes into?
Do we notify the owner and tell them?
He's notified by, third, we started in active paperwork. It says here, a letter. It's, we have your animal, this is what the fees are, come and get it, this court was at.
I'm talking about once we sell it, say we sold a bull, and
Usually the ones we sell, we don't know. I mean, we don't know who the owner is. That's
Gonna say, what's the
the other day,
percentage?
you
of-
said you knew the owner of a bull
We do
that
know-
sold
If
it.
we know the owner.
Did you tell him, hey, we got $1,500 for your bull, and your fees are only $800, you got some change coming? Do you do that?
I don't know if there's any requirement to notify him after you
None
sell
of
it.
this, on that bull, none of this was in place, we haven't been charging everything, so he got the $979 that came from the sale. Went to him.
Okay.
He picked up,
Did he pay the?
Well, wait a minute. We adopted these back in July.
we had this
Go
book
in
right prior to
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
they can't go.
He was
into
the last
effect.
one. He was
Pretty
the
sure not
last
till
one.
January 1st on your fee schedule.
Do what?
I don't believe the fees can go into place till January 1st.
I thought they was placed.
Immediately. Why would they have to wait, Judge?
Well, that's the schedule of fees, comptroller's office. We might have to check that out, Meredith, but I don't think, I would like to be wrong on that. But I think we have to wait when they go in on January 1st.
We'll put it in our enforcement.
Was it against that bull? I don't know.
He said no. He said no. Because we didn't have this in place.
We just need to know when to place the fees in place.
Yeah.
And plus, time to get several counties. This doesn't affect Mr. Brooks' ability to come and pick them out if he's on the rotation list, to come and pick them up.
I think Mr. Brooks has expressed that he probably will not be doing that.
I don't know, he hadn't called or said anything. We've talked to several that said they'd be glad to come and pick them up with these fees.
The other thing we'll need from Humane Society is their general liability policy.
We have that.
We already have that,
Yes.
with us named as an additional.
We have that already.
Okay.
It's all been turned in.
I thought it had, but I didn't have it in my notes.
We got, and they said anything else we needed, if something wasn't in there, and they give us the name of their insurance agent, just contact them and get that from them. They give us the whole policy.
Want to point out that the Humane Society will not be releasing any of our animals. We will be in charge of that. So they won't be euthanizing any animals. They won't be managing the release of any or capture of any animals.
Yeah, we'll be doing all that, we'll have 24-hour access to their facilities, we'll be putting in, their only deal is, they're gonna feed them for us to keep us and have them drive by every day to feed them. We'll furnish them the feeds and stuff, they'll drive by. And they'll pick them up. We have 24 access to the facility.
There was some concern that the Humane Society might release an animal to somebody that wasn't supposed to, but they're not going to be releasing ours at all.
Somebody's gonna have to fill that out to pick up. And there's actually, nobody should have been releasing any animal because that's under that 142. You gotta be released through the sheriff department, things gotta be notarized, all the paperwork's supposed to be notarized, done, do that one. As far as ownership, who owns it, who doesn't.
Okay.
There's a second to your motion.
I think that-
I think you did. Okay, motion by Commissioner Harvey, second by Commissioner Gonzalez to approve the contract as presented with review by council. Any other comments? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 6, discuss and consider jail work orders.
I did get an email. I didn't get a hard copy this week. Did you?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
one.
They put it on our ticket.
Not sure what I did with it, but I
That
have
was on
one.
your chair, so
Oh, I'm glad it fell on the floor or something.
That from the chief of his desk. There they are, right here.
this keeps getting shorter.
This is good.
Let's see. Take mine, oh, there it is, okay. Go to the other side. All right, we had a total of 19 work orders completed. 6 of those were unscheduled, 13 had been requested.
That's good.
Anything in particular, Commissioner Harvey or Mahler?
We are addressing the lack of lighting right now in the annex at the big door. Willen Electric is out there going to install us a couple of lights. On the exhaust fan for the dishwasher room downstairs, got off the phone this morning with Wichita Restaurant Supply. They had asked us to remove a plate that they felt, the manufacturer felt was restricting airflow. We removed it, it didn't change anything, so I just told them we've been messing with this a long time and we need to get it fixed. We need to get it addressed as soon as possible. So Wichita Restaurant Supply was going to contact the vendor and get some calculations done. I don't know how long that'll take. I mean, it seems like it's not a very difficult thing, but for some reason, it's just not happening. So I'm just going to keep calling and pestering them until it's done.
Anything else in the work orders? It's- All right. We are down to,
Judge,
Yes.
on, there's a work order for, to have some racks in the refrigerator recoated. Is that, do you know, would that be powder coated or to where it make it last longer? Have you check on that?
I would powder coat them,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'll have to get with Darrell to see what his ideas or thoughts were on that, but you can't beat that powder coat.
Will it cover over that fake chrome?
They sandblast before they
Oh.
powder coat.
The rest is stainless anyway.
If they were stainless, they wouldn't rust like they are. I think they were galvanized or something, and over the years, it's just kind of come off, and
This was
They look
before
pretty
stainless
bad.
steel.
Probably,
they're old. They're definitely old.
never had hanging the other stuff.
We got a commercial powder coater in town.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have one in Burke.
we have one in Wichita, but we won't have to go that far.
Well, the quality probably is really good in Burke.
Like that. I've got a small one, but I can't do anything that big.
The ovens in Burke are about 20 foot.
anything else on work orders? Okay, we're down to public comment. One of y'all want to say something? Okay, commissioners?
Been spending a lot of time at funeral home this last week. A lot of emotions when you have to do that, especially with different folks that you have relationships with through many, many, many years. It's just tough to have to go through that, but it's part of life. I don't know anybody that's here today that's not gonna die someday. But never really ready to lose a good friend.
Judge, 37th Annual Texas Ranch Roundup was a success for the Rehab Center and West Texas Boys Ranch and West Texas Rehab Center. I remember going to the first one. I can't believe that thing's been going on 37 years, but it has, and it continues to be the grandfather of them all. That's where ranch rodeos got started, was right here in Wichita Falls, continue to be successful. and appreciate that support. A lot of road work going on out in the county. We ask everybody to drive with care and please observe the warning signs. We are in the middle of our summer work season and our guys are out there and we want to make sure nobody gets hurt. So just give them a little room, give them a little time. They're doing some great work out in the county. With some resurfacing and we're right in the middle of it. So drive with caution if you're out and about and you see signs.
We're moving dirt for the gun range. There was some construction going on in town that had about estimated 100 yards. You think about 100 yards?
Yeah, somewhere, 100.
Anyway, we went out and marked that, Sheriff, and got with Matt English and marked it. So they're hauling that dirt to build the berms. We started.
It's one of them deals where no matter where you put it, it'll be right in the way. It always is. It always is.
Well, we tried to stack it where we wouldn't have to move it.
Yeah. Never works that way.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Next weekend, hotter than hell. A lot of folks have been working diligently. Our Nancy has worked very hard on that. I guess that's probably the biggest event in Wichita Falls ever.
The 35th anniversary.
35 years? Judge, you're gonna be cooking spaghetti dinner?
Yes, sir. That's on
I'm
Friday.
making breakfast on Saturday. And my boys are gonna cook breakfast.
At the roadside park?
Well, at our rest stop, county rest stop. That's about all I have right now. That's all I can think of right now anyway.
They've asked for all the commissioners to be there Friday night.
We're gonna be in Austin. Judge is gonna come in early. We have a deal Friday evening, afternoon,
No, Friday at noon.
Friday at noon. Also, we might be back. It's only about 4.5 hour drive. If we get out there at 1:30, we might make it.
We'd be glad to do it.
I'd be glad to eat it too.
Yeah. Well, we'll go on till about 8 o'clock.
Just gotta wear spandex, Lee.
I don't look too good in spandex. I don't know what it
Spandex
is.
is a privilege, not a right.
Claire, that does
Oh,
not need to
we're
be
in
in the
decline
TRN.
now, aren't we? Ooh. I was in a meeting one time right after the Hotter Than Hell got started, and somebody had made the comment about that a bunch of those bicycle riders had a bad attitude. And some do, some don't, you know, it's just like everything else. And I'll never forget, because Larry Barron was in that meeting, and Larry made the comment, he says, if your britches was that tight, you'd have a bad attitude also. I'll never forget that. Pretty well brought the house down, so there you have it.
Well, that was like, you know, that thing's got a lot of interesting stories. One year we had a bunch of people down from St. Louis, from Anheuser-Busch headquarters, and there were some ladies who really weren't dressed appropriate for the occasion. They were dressed very, very nice, and we were headed out to the rodeo grounds. Well, we were having the cooking contest. Well, a lot of things varied a great deal on what was cooked for that contest. It just said meat, you had to identify it. Well, they were in there and they were trying things, and they tried one of the rarer meats, and this one lady really liked it.
Had to be calf-fries, yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was
worse than that.
Yeah, and she kept saying, "What is it?" I said, "Man, you probably would be better off not to know." She said, "Well, I'm Mrs. So-and-so, and I want to know, so I think you could tell me." I said, "Yes, ma'am, it was rattlesnake."
Yeah.
They revived her in a few minutes. She went right down. I don't think she ate any more. But at any rate. All right, we do have a closed session item. I'd like to announce that. It's a briefing and discussion with Wichita County District Attorney's Office reporting a claim filed by Joyce Dillon for vehicle damage in section 551.071 of Texas Government Code, consultation with attorneys. Media, I just want to let you all know the meeting for Friday is, there won't be a quorum here, so we will not have the normal bill review and budget deal on Friday. Okay? It is
Get the day off, Claire.
10:37. We'll recess for closed session.
What'd you say?